All right, let's start for second lesson on consultancy and human resource. Our today's topic is not just a lesson, but it is also a practice that you will be doing. Now, each of you, the organization you have chosen already, with reference to that organization, you will answer each of the questions which I will ask you. Okay? So this is a pretty much individual exercise. All right? Now, before I proceed, any question you have? So your notebook and pens, be active at all times. So today's lesson is about identifying key issues in human resource management which are faced by today's organizations. What we do, or what we intend to do today, is we will analyze some of the key strengths and weaknesses of organizations in relation to a number of HR related areas in the following slides. Before I even proceed, the title of your consultancy report should be specific in many different ways. For example, you may say that identifying and analyzing key recruitment issues or key recruitment issues faced by ABC PLC. So this looks like more of the title of a consultancy report.
Okay.
It's not like, analyzing this and analyzing that. What we will do inside is obviously analysis, but the title should reflect what your intentions are in this report. Okay? So you can say problems or organizational problems in employees assessment and what you can say, performance management. That could be one. So the title is something which should reflect what your intentions are in the report, consultancy report. Okay? Now, let's start with this one. Now, over here you will see two things. Oops. Strengths, weaknesses. When it comes to the very basic function of human resource management, that is recruitment, selection, and placement of employees. Earlier we were talking about one organization who is facing problems in appropriate selection of the people. People are quitting more quickly because they did not realize the challenges they will face while they start working on that particular organization or that particular role. So there is a problem in recruitment also, because recruitment was not done logically. You know, when you put a recruitment advertisement in the media, whether it is social media or you are putting your job on your own website, or you are advertising it on other websites, and if you are doing your own recruitment, you don't use recruitment agents, then you have to specifically put in that job advertisement the clear structure of duties and responsibilities that you expect the people to do. Now, when I say strengths and weaknesses, I don't mean that you prepare the whole list of strengths and weaknesses. It's just one strength or one weakness. Okay? So, there could be many different things which can be considered as strengths. For example, a recruitment process can be very comprehensive, which means the advertisement contains the list of duties, the pay, the location, annual holidays, paid holidays, sick leave entitlement, parental leave entitlement, okay, and employees' pension. Now that's a comprehensive advertisement. The reader or the potential applicant will know that what the company expects from me. The biggest weakness of any, in my personal opinion, in a job advertisement is when you populate the whole advertisement with the list of duties and responsibilities, and then there are 1.5 pages full of that. Recruiter, the good potential candidate will just look at that and move on. They wouldn't bother reading 1.5 page, as I believe I said it earlier, probably in the previous class. Probably not teaching too many HR classes, so I don't remember what I said in which class. So for £19,728, you are expected to do all these. The last class. Okay. That's not how it's going to work, isn't it? A realistic set of duties and responsibilities needs to work. So that is the strength and the weakness. So when you are choosing your organization, is it a balanced recruitment process, or is it inclined towards weakness or inclined towards strength? Which one is it? Your company, your chosen company, how would you put it? Write it down. Write it down. What's the strength of the company you have chosen? What's the recruitment strength? And what's the recruitment? Yes.
And for these organizations, like ones where we work, was it we're just choosing one that we know?
It's any organization. I would suggest you use the organization which you have selected to.
Sorry, Asad, I went to the wrong floor. Sorry.
Well, you're here.
Sorry.
Well, you're here. Oh, you're sitting. Oh, you're in my class.
Hi.
How are you?
Hello.
How's everything? How are you?
Much better.
You look much better today, no? Compared to before. Welcome back, Don't worry, I say it to everyone.
Don't worry, I know I'm used to Asad.
Okay, so the organization you are intending to take forward as your consultancy project, I would prefer that organization. In relation to that organization, you will put all this stuff. Okay? Now, what do you think your chosen organization, what recruitment, selection, and placement strength it have? What do you say?
So in my one, the strength is they're very selective. Like
They are very selective, okay?
Yeah. So like they don't take anybody, anybody. Like
They are very careful
Yes.
selectors, okay?
Yes. And they use different criteria to select the people. Like it's not always about knowledge and qualification.
Mhm.
It's also like they want to see the person like face to face and
Face
see
to
how this
face,
person
yeah.
behaves and how works in the class with the children. So,
Okay, so
but
that is a strength. What is the
it
weakness?
can be a weakness as well because we are always short of staff
Hmm.
because of this. I think they're too selective.
That's the reason you are short of staff. So which one is dominant? Is it the weakness which is dominant, or is it the strength which is dominant?
I think present days is a weakness
Hmm.
because of we're very short of staff and they keep interviewing people because they do interviews. It's not that they don't want
They
to.
enjoy doing interviews.
Yeah, they
people,
just
huh?
interview too.
Good. That makes a lot of sense. Anyone else? Yes.
In my case, I think the recruitment process is accurate.
Yeah.
They use online assessment, skills test, online test, and also an interview. That's the positive things
Okay.
how the process is. But then the weakness is like they are so desperate that they take whatever it's come with the CV.
Oh.
So they don't really follow the. Sometimes they don't really follow
The assessment criteria.
Yeah, because
So
for
as
example-
long as somebody have given sent a CV which make or which compares to their criteria even slightly, they still take
Yeah.
that person.
Yeah. For example, when I did my process was through online. I have to do online assessment and skills online thingy, and then the interview. But now I knew that a lot of people is coming just by recommendation.
Okay.
So what's the point?
Yeah. So that is, what do you think? Can you make it a strength? Strength in a sense that they are giving the opportunity to anyone.
I not in
Well,
the
not
role,
the right,
not in the pharmacy
not the right
role.
people, anyway.
Not in that word, not in
Maybe in the shop floor, yes, it's okay, but in
Not
the pharmacy
medicine,
role, you
yeah.
need certain skills, so
Wrong
and certain
medication.
qualification as well.
You need knowledge. Wrong medication.
What if you got the wrong medication, Hassan?
And that's the weakness,
Exactly.
isn't it?
Yeah, because they are desperate.
So if you weigh the both, which one is
Weaknesses.
weaknesses are
Because
more?
of the nature of the
The
role.
nature of the word, I understand. Now, this exercise, is it making some sense?
Yes,
Hmm?
it's helping a lot.
So when you are picking up your topic, once we finish all of these, okay, when you will select your topic, you will know what to do.
That's it.
Exactly.
We'll tell you at the end.
Okay. Let's move on to the second one. I'll agree with you if Timisha says I have picked up my topic. Yeah. Because she's unsatisfied person. Okay. Next one. Training and development. First question is, does your chosen organization offer training and development? Isn't it? The first question, huh? Does it or does it not?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Now, what is the strength of your recruitment, the strength of your training and development? Anyone?
There is training.
Yeah.
There's a lot of training.
Nobody's saying that.
Huh?
But nobody doing it.
Yeah. But the weakness it has found, it's a tick box exercise.
It's not much of a trend.
No.
Yeah,
So it's
same.
online, you watch a video, answer the question.
Because head office said
Yeah.
these need to be
You
completed.
You have to attend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even the tick box training itself is a tick box activity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to fulfill the lawful activity, or just to fulfill
Just
the
compliance,
lawful
yeah.
requirement of the company.
And
Yeah.
also sometimes it's not about what the employee wants.
Yeah.
It's just about general things that maybe the employee is not interested in.
Yeah.
So they don't give like the chance to choose which path do you want to follow in the training and
In the
development
training,
thing.
Or like in my company, they are hiring people without English knowledge. Like
That's a
a
difficult thing.
low skill,
Yeah.
like a cleaner or something like that.
But then,
Because
end of
it's
the
a
day,
hospitality, so the retention is really high. So they
Go.
yeah, they are really desperate.
yeah.
These people, they count on the other people that they can speak their language.
Mm.
So those, I know that I do for two people this training, and what I know is very important. I tell them because they work with chemicals and other
Mm.
stuff, but I can't stay and tell them about everything. Just important things.
You were saying something. Megan?
So where I work, they're quite vast. I think with office staff, they don't. They might not necessarily suggest that we do training, but they're quite open to. So like if I identify something where I have like a skills gap,
Okay.
I feel like they're relatively good at sort of saying, yeah, that's fine, you can do that.
So do they pick up that skill gap, or you have to identify it yourself?
I mean, technically they should. I guess line managers should.
Yeah.
I try to do it for myself because
Okay.
I guess like,
Okay. So it's your
CPD,
personal efforts,
yeah.
actually.
But I think they're good at like agreeing that you can.
Yeah. So how about the weak, a strong training and development process? Can it make any difference in your organization?
Yes, we
I
can.
think yeah,
Can we make it as a choice of your topic?
not for me.
Identifying the key strengths of training and development process in ABC Limited. It's just an option. Don't copy my exact words. Don't plagiarize it.
You're having fun, Clemson. Are you recording?
I am.
Okay.
Identifying is not plagiarism.
Hmm?
Identifying is a word.
I know, but strengths of training and development process or weaknesses of training and development process and suggest the ways to improve it. That makes a whole proper topic, isn't it? Identifying the issues in relation to recruitment process of ABC and recommending appropriate measures to improve it for best retention or for retention.
Best recruitment.
You got that? That's why we are trying to identify strengths and weaknesses of each of these issues. So you can create a topic out of it. Okay? Third one. HR, motivation, internationalization of human resources. These are two topics. Motivation and internationalization of human resources. What about motivation? Does your organization offer motivation? Anything, you guys? Ladies in it?
I don't really know that because I haven't started my research.
No, yet?
I'm not doing my own research.
Okay.
In terms of like motivation, we have something called learn it to earn it. So when we're doing our training, if we learn the product knowledge, we get products for free.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a bit of motivation to then do the training.
Mhm.
Other motivation as well is like it's mainly like the rewards they provide. And they offer, they're quite good on like internal like
Okay.
recruitment, so you can always move up as well. So it's
Do you
quite
think it's company strength?
one of the strengths.
One. And do you think there are still ways to improve it?
Yeah, probably.
And how effective it is? Are people happy with it?
I think it depends on your manager because like in our store that earn it to learn it. Our manager gives us a piece of paper, we read it, and we get our product. Whereas in other stores, they get quizzed on it, so they have to learn it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
So they have to put some efforts into it.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's not for free. It's not.
It's not for free.
Earn it. Learn it to earn it. So just not learning properly.
It's not a bad idea though, isn't it?
But that's the thing. Why that is a company policy? Why one manager do one thing and another manager do? If it's the same company, that's not fair.
I'll go to another branch.
No, it's not about that. It's
Yeah, I know what
because
that
it can affect also the performance of the store as well.
It does have a great impact on the performance of the business. It does. Having a good motivation process in place. And as I always say, that motivation is not just money. It's a lot more. Sorry? Intrinsic or extrinsic. You have a new friend here. She is my student and she had to leave for some important business to attend, family business, and she's returning back, and why don't you welcome her?
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Welcome to the champions of HR.
Wow.
What's your name? It's a very unusual name. Jeffrey.
She is, I tell you, a brilliant student. She was among top 5 in my class. So, going back to any organization, I believe there will be more who do not have an appropriate motivation in practice. Give me the example.
But I think motivation is something that is not constant in every people, in everyone.
I agree with that, yes.
So having all, I don't think you can do something that fit in all of them. Because maybe, for example, what is important for me is not important for Tunisia.
That's why it's called total reward.
Total reward
With
system.
everything.
So,
Very good.
for example, we had like a really tough situation for a couple of weeks at work, and our assistant manager decided to give us like free product, and the manager wasn't happy with that
Oh.
because he said that it's our job. So it's like
Oh, yeah.
That was
it's a sense,
like
it's a sense of, I don't know, to say thank you for your effort. I don't know.
I mean that is supposed to be that. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you very much. You have done a good job. Even that word is a motivation.
Yeah, but then it depends on the person.
Yeah.
I know
All
companies
the
who have
team,
policies
not all
the wrong
people.
way.
Yeah,
But it depends on the person who's controlling that.
yeah, yeah.
So somebody who's very cold and miserable in their own life, it's true, would not agree.
He's right.
Shandon always have
Hear
a
what
diversified
I hear
view of
today,
everything,
Better don't hear that.
which is good, but
I
nothing but
I'll
diversification.
give you an example as well.
Okay, give me
Something
that.
that is
So,
one.
Artwork, the chief executive, is about motivating people.
Yeah,
However, the HR person doesn't like it because he's a miserable person generally.
Maybe she's not rewarded as well.
So every Christmas, every staff member gets some kind of bonus. So they probably get a nice card where you can shop in any shop,
Yeah.
all in one, those kind of gift cards.
yeah,
It was £75 per staff. After the meeting was all agreed,
yeah.
the HR person went down and manipulated everything and made £25 for everybody. It's not his money. And for that, there's a wedge at work, and people don't feel motivated. You can try whatever you can, but because once you hear that person's name, you're like, well, I'm not doing it. And it's because of that.
Any opposing arguments?
No, he's right because they don't understand that the business success depends on your people.
Yeah.
So they thinking they are cutting some of the things, they are going around, I'm not giving them, I don't know, something nice, even a cinematic, it's something nice for me. And they go around and try to be cheap, but they are being cheap with themselves. They are lying to themselves. The success of the organization is going down.
Mariam.
It's not a conflicting get money, so they have to sort of do like when it's
It
a
does
stop
have a
queue
difference.
Yeah.
and that kind of sense and all that kind
Oh,
of thing.
again,
rather than-
in the public sector, the reason why again that they want to benefit is your pension. Whereas in some private entities, the pension is totally different to the public.
Mm.
So that is for some people they prefer to go, oh, if I work with an authority, my pension is sure, it's secure, you don't go bust. Whereas private sector, it can go bust anytime.
Mm.
You know, because of liquidation, you lost all that. Look at what's his name, Philip Green.
Yeah.
All he didn't get pension because of what?
He ate the pension.
Yeah,
£500 million. You know, this lecture has been recorded. I really don't want to go offline, but you know how much one individual need to live with
It's called
comfort.
greed, Hat. It's never enough.
Isn't it?
When you have more, you want more.
They want the yacht, the aeroplane, all of it. It's too much. But again, that's society.
People's needs are constantly changing.
When you get more money, you spend more and you need more.
Yeah.
That's wanting more is a concept which has never been answered properly. You know, has never been answered.
I have loads of clothes and I'm still not.
And then this is why my
Oh, you always put the same thing.
Okay. We are diverting. Coming back to the topic. What about globalization or internationalization of human resources? Sometimes people hire HR experts from abroad. It's a very common phenomena in UAE and Arab countries.
That's a good thing.
They do hire HR consultants from UK.
It's a different perspective, different culture, so maybe
Or probably
take
they
advantage.
want more quality people to recruit, and they want an expert to tell them who are those quality people and where can those be hired. Because there is no indigenous skilled people, unfortunately, in Middle East. They hire skills from abroad. They import nurses, they import doctors, they import teachers, they import accountants, engineers, chefs, hotel managers.
You don't like studying?
They don't, because they are born millionaires.
they have the money in it. So
You go to school to study to get money. You already have it. Why?
So that's a big question to ask yourself, isn't it? How far you want to go? But does your organization offer any services to, or does your organization hire consultants, HR consultants?
no,
I don't know.
So they have their own HR.
always unqualified.
Do you think your own HR? Now, there's a second question. Do you think your own HR is basically effective?
No.
We have like a HR manager, but they also outsource like consultancy. So I think
Yeah.
for more serious cases, they'll bring someone in. But then we also have like a HR manager.
They also have an HR. But that HR manager is from day-to-day HR related, issues or matters. I would say matters, not issues actually. But when they need a specialist skills, they call that consultant.
Which costs money, the company
It does cost money.
Consultants cost lots of money.
Yeah.
Consultant.
£10,000 for consultancy.
How much are you going to charge
10
for
to 15
this
years.
this consultancy project to your client?
How much should we be charged?
How much?
An average consultancy cost is somewhere between 70 and 100 pounds an hour.
Yeah.
So you calculate how many hours are you going to need to conduct this research, compile data, produce report and submit. Because you will be required to put that in your proposal.
think that companies hire someone from outside when they accept that they have a problem, not before.
What's the case?
Rebuilding work only starts when the disaster has already
Yeah,
happened.
only when.
Some companies want it, so let's say if I was
They
And that's the basic human disadvantage. Until today, in many organizational functions, still managers accept the profitability and finance, though managers still have not been able to comprehend and foresee what is going to happen. Haulage industry, if they have so much good managers and directors of businesses in haulage industry, why they did not calculate the upcoming deficiency of lorry drivers? Why they only found it out when it was already a blast? That's why this is a live example in front
They
of us.
should have known once
They should
start.
have known.
But it's which one is because of all the training that they put. Because the younger people can do training, but the people in the 60s used to do it can't do those training. Hence why.
You know what? If I was on an age, if I was in my 30s, and this opportunity had risen, I probably would have gone to that sector because number one, I love driving. Number two, I like big vehicles.
I see.
We can't see
I
that.
saw.
Jeffrey knows it. Huh?
I looked out the window and I saw you.
Huh?
I looked out the window.
Oh,
and
you
I saw
have a hammer?
You've got did they get it back?
You got some sort of big Jeep thingy down.
It's not just that one. Another one was
I know,
stolen.
you told us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they stole 2 cars in
I hope
front
you
of
didn't go
his
for the
house.
same thing
Two of
again.
my BMWs were
I
stolen.
hope you
My
didn't go for
God,
it
yeah,
again.
he
Oh,
said that last term, yeah.
I think
And
you
you never
upset
find it.
someone really bad.
Somebody really loves me,
Yeah.
Next time get a tracker. Put a tracker
If
on
you
this
want
car.
a
Now,
BMW, go
now
to
I
Hassan
have bought a
Star.
big vehicle which nobody bothered about stealing.
Yeah.
It's a Toyota big one,
Oh, okay.
So no one bothers about.
You have CCTV in front of your house?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have them in the camera also.
Wow.
Nobody could recognize them.
But did the
If they
alarms not go
opened
off?
it piece by piece, you can't
They
see
have
the
some
car
sort
anymore.
of device which can connect the signal from the key
They're
with
like
the car.
experts.
Yes.
Do you have a tracker on your car?
There was a tracker, but first thing they hunted was tracker.
Or to save off that?
Because my X5, the second one, BMW X5, had a tracker, and they just
They managed
pulled it
to
out
pull
and
it
thrown it away.
So it's really close to us, so they open it.
So what we were, okay, yeah. So truckers,
Yeah.
managers' ability to comprehend the future changes. Somehow we don't see many managers. You know why? Even managers or managerial level people think that they are not being sufficiently compensated. Decision makers, CEOs and board of directors, they are only interested in profitability. They don't want to see what can happen after 2 years to their business. They don't want to know it. Yes.
Is that like with HR, like succession planning? So like
Succession planning, a very good word, yeah.
So you would forecast like what's
Yeah.
happening in the industries,
Yeah.
like as an agent.
Especially some industries. In your case also, a succession planning is an excellent method of solving the problem of HR skills. Even in your case, if the organization is prepared to pay proper wages to the people, the succession planning would be the next to it, that you train people who come in new, because you know that they are being paid well, they are not going to leave the job, and it's a good idea to train them. And in your case also, it's the same thing. People should be prepared to take over the jobs who are left vacant either by retiring the people or promotions, isn't it? People get promotion, but the person who takes over that job probably is not always as good as the other one was. Okay, next one. Problems faced in performance management system, PMS, the most problematic area of the organization. First, you have to determine whether the organization have a PMS. If it has, it is effective or not. Has it made any difference in the organization? Does PMS has the capacity to motivate people? Because PMS objectives are motivation, retention, and development. Is your PMS fulfilling these objectives? These are the questions. Now, looking at those questions, you tell me if your organization have a PMS, performance management system. Anyone? Hmm? It is there, but inadequate. Okay.
It's not consistent. They might do it one year.
Inconsistent. Yeah.
Pick a box.
Tick box, inconsistent and not effective. Okay. What do you think? Not there at all? That's not very good. Seriously.
It can sometimes be used inappropriately, like against like friends or enemies. I mean, like they could, I'm friends with you, so you'll get like a pay rise. Something like that. I don't really like you, so
You're in trouble,
yeah.
yeah, or you, yeah, it's not good.
It's not good.
So it's done on emotion.
Yeah. You can't progress with it.
In some of them it's just a formality.
Just a
because
formality. Yeah.
it's there, we have to do it.
It's not a legal requirement, remember that. It's not a legal requirement. However, this is a process which sits in the center of the HR practices.
From there you can identify any skill gap, any issue with the person.
Exactly. Need for
Before you
training,
tell
need
them.
for development,
You know,
need for promotions, need for new recruitments, need for motivation, pay rise. Even redundancies need that.
Yeah.
So, if I say find out one good strength of your performance management system, can you find one? Everybody's thinking.
I've done performance management before, and they've always been check tick box things, like, there's never been to
Standard.
actually,
It's a standard.
yeah, it's never been to actually improve my performance.
True. True.
But then you think, sometimes the onus is on me. So if it's my supervisor or my
It's
manager.
fine. The thing is, there are people who need to accept the responsibility. So whoever the onus is on, not to accept.
Yeah, but I was trying to say, if you must go as my manager,
Yeah.
I could ask you, what's which areas can I improve on? But if I don't show no interest in that, you just say, okay, then you don't care. But as for one professional personal development, it is your duty to ask your line manager, is there any areas I can improve in my
And the worst thing is that in organizations similar to where you work,
Yeah.
they do not have the concept of customer satisfaction or dissatisfaction caused by people who work over there. If somebody is paying, now correct me if I'm wrong, if somebody is paying £110 a month or £120 a month as tax, the council tax, and the council tax rubbish collection doesn't even bother to stop in front of that house and collect the rubbish every week. And then you call them, not once, not twice. You call them 3 continuous days and nobody listens to you. They are just making you a ping pong from this phone to that phone to that phone to that phone. And there is a formal process of a missed bin collection. When you send that request, they just take it in. And then sometimes say, oh, your complaint period has passed. Which means you haven't complained within the stipulated time. But because they are doing it, because they know that there is going to be no negative impact on their job for them. But if a private company does that, the director or the supervisor will immediately come and make you stand up on your feet and say, why did you do that? That's the difference between a public sector and a private sector. And we all see the public sector performance is going every single day. Now, if I ask you to write weaknesses of your PMS, you probably will fill up the whole page, is it? Now you can think about what can be your topic. Next one. Workplace, team and groups, supervision and management, and related issues. Workplace, first of all. Do you know how long do you spend on a workplace every week? 36 hours in the contract. Actual,
Like journey.
including journey.
You come earlier, you leave later, whatever. Breaks. You don't pay you for the breaks.
I spend 2 hours each side traveling.
2 hours. 2 hours to get here in the morning?
Yeah.
2 hours to go back home?
It's traffic.
Today I'll be going back home. I will reach home at around 11.
Yeah, it's long day.
It's a long way.
Welcome to my world. I don't know why they're heating and the beings I've never home.
Your relative parents, are they not worried about you?
I'm a single person. So
Oh.
that's the joy of being a single person. No responsibilities.
I just found it last week. My son, 2 of my young sons, they live alone now, the house which is nearby. I asked my son, why didn't you get married? And he said, Dad, let me enjoy my life.
Of course.
I only started enjoying it 6 months ago.
I personally believe one should have a very good foundation in order to take on other responsibilities. If your foundation is crooked, there's no good relationship. You make sure you're solid, you prepare, and then you can move into that. That's just my opinion.
Well, there are two opposing arguments. You want to plan and have a relationship, that's the one thing. Second is that you have a relationship and then plan. Choose yours.
Because in a relationship, you have to make
Workplace. Is your workplace nice place to work?
Oh my God, Hassan, you are into many things.
That's the objective of today's lesson.
Yes.
People say to me, we cannot find a topic. That's why I designed these 12, 15 slides.
So we can pick one of those and just elaborate.
No,
No.
I have to go into the detail of everything. That's what I'm asking you a question. Is your workplace nice place to work?
What's nice
It
for you?
depends.
When the
Yeah, what is
customers
nice?
are nice, yeah,
It depends on the
depends on the day.
According to
Yes.
your standards, let's say. No, it's general question to everyone, but
Yes.
I'm not pointing at her.
What is nice? What's nice?
Can you list down 5 nice things that are good about you, your workplace?
Yes, I can.
5. Write it down.
For the place, the building?
I think the company.
The atmosphere.
The company means reputation and goodwill,
Location.
location,
Culture.
culture,
Flexibility.
working flexibility.
Mm.
How about the physical place where you work?
Physical place.
Is it nice?
Well, now it's gonna look like the perfect company.
Yes. And it's not.
Our job as an HR is to find the deficiencies
Yeah.
so that we are able to fix those deficiencies. And to fix those deficiencies, we are learning this module, which is called Consultancy in Human Resource Management. Now, does it make sense why we are learning it? How about teams and groups? Do you work in the teams who are really nice people?
Yeah.
Can then always have a laugh on everything, huh?
Come to mind.
Zainab must have a very good group.
Yes, I do.
Oh, I can see that on your
Yeah.
I don't even know I work online, so I've never met them in person, so
Not calling
That's
you
the best
we
thing.
chat
Go
on the
online.
computer, so that's all.
But if you're face to face when we clash,
Yeah.
I don't agree with you.
And don't come up with it. Online is so like,
And I'm sure you guys are right now experiencing it in strategic human resource management, how the group work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope we think fast.
last semester,
Jeffrey already have seen
I was
it.
like, I don't have to worry about that one. Thank God. No.
Okay. Are your supervisors good?
Some of them.
Are they bad?
We're catching some things,
Some not.
some certain.
Are you as a supervisor a nice person to your staff?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
I-
Oh, yes. I'm the best.
Of
Yes.
course, that's
I
what
am
they'll
too
say.
kind. When head office say no, I will find a strategy to make it work.
Come on,
For
guys, be
example,
honest.
it's true. If the staff want to, if I want to
I want to interview some of your staff members.
Yeah, you can call them now.
They might have a
Call
different
them
perspective.
You can call them, they'll tell you. I'll give you an example as a supervisor. If a staff member cannot get to work, I will use my own money and pay over for that staff to go to work. The company doesn't have to know. Because if that staff member look good, it makes me look good.
People like you don't come anymore.
So,
That's a kind thing, you know. It's a very kind thing. 6. 9 more to go.
and I'm like,
I'm already
Ribbon rating the human resources. Is your pay nice?
Yeah, nice minimum wages. Then
Even what?
Sorry, say again?
Is your pay and benefits are good enough?
No.
Do they meet your requirements?
they meet the law requirements.
Anyway.
Minimum wages.
Yeah.
that's one
Do you
thing
get minimum wage or do you get the London wage?
I challenge, that's one thing I request in the interview.
Ladies,
How much is it?
are you talking about
She got
what?
a pay rise, that's why, by 9p an hour.
90? That's a
That's
lot of money.
because the minimum wages went up.
Well, no, the living wage is 8.91, so they said, oh, we're going to start paying everyone
Oh, no, the national minimum wage.
Everything,
800.
No, yeah, but because I'm on living wage.
everything
Ah,
counts.
okay, so you're getting
So I get an
9
extra
pounds.
9p.
Oh,
But the living wage should be 10 pounds.
So how many hours do you work?
About 20.
20.
Well, Charlotte, the living wage should be 10 pounds something, isn't
A
it?
pound and 80
No.
pence is good enough for a
living
coffee,
one. Ah,
isn't it?
living one.
National living wage is 10 pounds.
No, it's
something.
a national minimum national wage or
Minimum
living
national wage or
nat-
minimum living wage
wage.
and the London wage.
So the
These are three
living wage
different
has to
things.
be bigger than
We pay-
mostly
So
what
the
people
London is
in
the bigger
city.
one.
we pay
The London is the
75.
bigger one.
Is the living one.
All
The
right.
London one.
I like to see the hands of people who are satisfied with their pay. Satisfied.
According with the job I'm doing, yeah.
3, 4, and 5, and 6.
Obviously,
Okay,
I
6
take
people
what
are
they give me.
satisfied. Out of how many? 4, 8, 10. So it's 60% satisfaction. Other 40% can write your consultancy report on insufficient wages and employees' dissatisfaction. You see?
So how you are satisfied? Did you put the input output in the balance or how much you would how do you say you're satisfied?
You know what?
Depends of the work you
Because
do,
if you don't live there,
Yeah, so you making is a balance
Yeah.
between what you do and what
and
you
the
earn?
hours you
Yeah.
work,
Okay.
the motivation you put.
good, yeah.
Are you happy with it?
And then if you're able to pay, then you don't pay state that month to month, take it to pay. You're able to
So
save.
what are the strengths of your remuneration system in your organization? Anyone?
They pay it's an inner London wage.
London wage?
Higher.
Okay. There are other ways also. Some companies pay the employees money to buy the annual travel ticket, which is, interest-free loan. Because if you buy the annual ticket, you save pretty much 300 to 400 pounds. So they will issue you the check in the favor of TFL, and they deduct 11 equal installments from their pay, or 12 equal installments from their pay. That is a saving of pretty much around, let's say, 30, 35, 40 pounds a month. Some organizations, when your child or anyone, especially your child, is starting the uni, some organizations give you sort of child bonus. Some organizations contribute, especially that is a trend in America. Some organizations contribute to the college fund because in America, education, college is not free, you have to pay for it. So companies put into your child education fund. That's very common in America. Some companies pay for your medical test. And the most recent, not very recent though, it is already many years in practice, private pension. So if you contribute a certain, I think the minimum contribution now is 9%. So if you contribute 9% of your pay, same amount is contributed by your company. So your pension is 18% going into your pension pot every month. And I know people who had that private pension and they are getting 7,000 pounds a month. That's how much they contributed in their pension. Because they foresee it, that what is going to happen to us in the old age. So they reverse calculated it that at that time our care expense is going to be between 4 to 7,000. So how much we contribute to have our pension equal to 6,000 pounds a month. That is forward thinking, isn't it? some organization pay you, and that not some, even many organizations pay you the Christmas bonus, New Year bonus. But that number is going down now, it's decreasing because the circumstances now. So you can base your consultancy project on determining the appropriate pay for low paid workers. Or you can connect it with motivation, reviewing, critically reviewing the salaries and benefits of low paid workers and motivation. Next one. Employees' benefits, rewards, pretty much discussed already. Anyone gets any special rewards apart from the pay? Like bonuses? Special bonuses? You do? Government organization do pay that.
Or you get to pay holiday.
Oh, that's, we all get paid holidays.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
You choose a destination and
And they'll pay.
you pay.
Well, can I?
You're
No,
complaining.
I'm not complaining.
I can't work there.
these are enough money to waste already.
There's a difference in competition.
All those texts,
HR person is their answer.
all those cars that you just park up and let them take is enough.
Tax people are paid very hard.
Still no hustle, still no.
Looking at today's careers, you know, I sometimes compare thinking that we have chosen the wrong career in terms of money. But if you look at in terms of your personal fulfillment and happiness, then I can say I have chosen the best profession.
Money
Which
is
one would
not
you choose for
everything.
money?
Go say no. We like, give me my money
Which one
back.
would you choose for money?
Sorry?
Which one would you choose for money?
Not
I think.
everything.
Without personal fulfillment.
I think.
How do I switch to that course?
Well, my son spent 4 years in uni studying that, 1 year in training.
No, you have some business.
He's in IT.
I'll just go fiddle with the computer.
Yeah. So it takes time, but you can still. What's that word?
Computer.
Computer IT. Yeah.
When they believes in what
Keep
you think,
problems, opportunities faced in the organization. Anything else? Yes.
So can I just say what I wanted to do this time?
Yes.
So I was going to choose the company Goldman Sachs because I know a few years ago, actually no, earlier this year, they were in the news because a lot of their like trainee recruits were facing burnout because they were working such long hours, and that's what I was going to do.
Yeah,
But I don't know if I can.
Why not? You can. Do you think anybody would be available to answer some of your
Goldman
questions?
Sachs.
Maybe one or two? No?
I don't know anyone personally, but
But if you even call their HR or their anyone and request them that you just want to talk about your training program, you know, they'll be happily answering your question.
or you can be an undercover journalist.
Yeah.
yes.
Just send an email with a nice gesture, and they will answer.
Not all the time.
Yeah.
They don't always answer.
Huh?
They don't always
They're
answer.
quite a big company.
They don't always, but they do.
Imagine this. Some
Big
somewhere in
organizations,
Manchester,
they
they'll
do
see
it.
your email and there.
Ignore it. Sorry, junk mail.
No, I decided.
Very simple.
So second part, once you have identified your issue, now you elaborate on it.
I think
You
it's the
expand.
title.
Huh?
How to find the title, the right title that explains basically where
Relevant. The title should be focused, relevant, understanding.
Okay.
And one phrase, not a paragraph.
Does it have to be a question?
Not really. Question is part of your proposal, but a title should not be a question.
Ah,
It should be just
A phrase.
a phrase. Something beautiful.
For example, I was thinking about talking about decentralization of HR function.
Mhm.
I have read a lot about it, and it's not quite it's quite good what I read because give store managers give a lot of what they say independency
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But can I focus more in the positive way rather than in the negative way?
You can, definitely.
So, for example,
You can say improving the effectiveness of this
decentralization
Yeah.
improvement.
Yeah.
Because if I need to talk to someone in the company,
Critically review the ways to improve this.
okay,
Or critically examine the methods to improve this. Okay? Anyone else? Okay, now I give each of you individually 10 minutes. Try to develop the title of your proposal, and then I'll speak to you one by one. Okay? No plagiarism. If somebody have already picked up a certain topic, you cannot replicate it.
But how are we going to know?
No.
You saw what you guys? Is there a what you guys?
This was going to be my. I don't know if I've worded it properly.
Okay.
I don't know if should the title not be leaning one way? Should it be like should it not say the issue in the title?
Because you would think we have to train one of those topics what we're doing.
It's a good one. My suggestion is to keep the title up to this much.
So just internal versus external.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Make this as your research question.
Okay.
Starting from how,
Okay.
make it as your research question. Okay?
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
because maybe they have an app